Mm-hmm. Once you're up, and I'll put that on for you. Okay, welcome to the Potomac Curling Club. This is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel of 2026. I am joined in the booth today with Christine and Sam.
Hello.
And
Hello.
and we are going to be your webcasters here at the first of the last. Wait, how does this go? The last of the first round games. The initial games here for the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. These teams have not yet hit the ice for this Bonspiel, so we're going to see how it shakes out from here. We, of course, have 4 sheets of ice at the Potomac Curling Club, and we'll be giving you information about all 4, but our premier sheet, our focus of the day, is sheet B. That is going to be featuring the 2 Potomac teams as it happens.
Aha.
Aha. We have one Potomac team. I keep looking at sheet C's little list here. I apologize. 1 Potomac team and 1 team. Do you know where team Mecha Team Long is from?
I do not, but let's find out.
We will find that out for you. But Team Mecha Team Long, which I love the name of, is skipped by Will Long. Vice is Ben Tolzman. The second is listed as Joe Spangers, and I apologize if I messed that up. And the lead is listed as Dustin Descartes. Are they playing in that order? Well, we'll find out, maybe. If anybody in the chat is familiar with those folks enough to tell us if they're playing in order or a different order, please feel free to pipe in.
Mecha Team Long is from St. Paul.
Oh, that's cool. St. Paul. Love that. Well, welcome to Potomac. I hope you are having a great visit already. Of course, the food in the bar here, I believe, is among the elite of Bonspiels.
I'm not sure about that, but
You don't think the bar and the food is awesome?
it's fine.
I disagree with Sam. I'm sorry. Christine, what's your thought?
I think the food and the bar are exquisite. I'm not surprised at Sam's take on the bar, given that he is not allowed to have most of the fun drinks that we have.
Truth.
Except like Coca-Cola or any of those other drinks.
So, yes, we do have a minor in the booth today.
He has a few years left.
Okay, well, we're going to, and to that end, we're actually going to start focusing on curling and not taste buds, but I assure you the food here is great. And then the Potomac team is, looks like they have Hammer. So here we are off with Team Mecha Team Long, Dustin Descartes, presumably throwing lead. The first rock is away. And this is the first draw I've been here for, so I don't know how quick the ice has been running, but it looks pretty zippy. This rock is aiming to be a guard and looks to be just that. They were hoping for a center line guard, but they've snuck just a little past. That's okay. It's pretty close to center. It's just not touching the center line, which means it is eligible to be ticked if desired by Team Buns of Gojira, which is, they're playing out of order today, so throwing lead today is Jackie Temple. I believe throwing second today is going to be Christy Belafontaine. Yep. I believe they are being viced today by Ian Andrew, and Jamie Belafontaine is skipping. That is a primarily Potomac-based team, but not entirely. Jackie
And Ian are both from Pittsburgh.
Perfect. So we've got a Potomac Pit team.
Can we
Potomac?
see
Potomac.
sheet A and D? Because I can't really.
Oh, yeah, sorry. I am determining the rock colors right now. Give me 1 second. Yeah, we are right here. Okay.
And looks like yellow. Looks like red on sheet D keeps flowing a little too hard.
Well, it's the first end, and we're adjusting to ice speed. Remember, this is their first game, out at our Cherry Blossom Bonspiel ice.
So they'll adjust as they go.
Exactly. So we'll give everybody a little bit of grace for the first end or two while they figure out the speed, and then we will see how the games are shaping up. Here on our featured sheet, this is going to be the last of the lead stones. Jackie Temple throwing lead.
On sheet D, my dad throwing second.
All right. We will, as I said, keep you updated on all the sheets as they start scoring especially, but our cameras are focused mostly on sheet B, and you'll see the other sheets kind of in a longer view.
Our primary webcast is focused on sheets B. We have a pretty full view of sheets B and C. We do have a secondary stream going for sheets A and D if you are interested in those.
Oh, love that.
So there have been some improvements to our setup over the past couple years.
I love that.
Thanks to the one and only Ken Clark.
Yay, Ken Clark. Shout out. All right, we are in the first end here. For those that are just joining us, of course, this is the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel for the Potomac Curling Club, our featured sheet B, playing in everybody's first games of this Bonspiel. This is the last draw of new competitors to our ice for this Bonspiel. And then from here, we'll have our A, B, C kind of groups forming, and eventually the Ds, which is always amusing to me since the D is actually usually the second best event. But that
sometimes people switch it up, and then the trophy doesn't make any sense anymore.
That's true. All right, so looks like a nice weight on that draw, but it is wide open. Jamie Belafonte has decided that it is best to just ignore that rock and draw behind cover into the house.
It's a wise choice.
Trying to take the red out.
No, they're actually going to draw. I believe the call was to draw behind cover on the right.
But to me, that person looks like takeout weight.
Well, we'll see what we got. I believe she's throwing draw weight, but I could be wrong.
On sheet D.
Oh, I was looking at our featured sheet on B.
I was looking on sheet D.
If you're going to do that, you need to tell us first so we're not confused. All right, so this one curled rather a lot, but they're actually going to do a tap. I didn't think that was the call, but that's a lovely plan B.
It's a great plan B.
And they're pulling it well into the house. It's going to be shot rock behind cover, I think. Oh, yeah.
Yes, it is.
That is great.
Sheet B yellow so far saying 1.
You have to love it when the plan B is better than plan A.
Absolutely. You can enjoy the ambient ice shed noise as well. You can hear the calls in the background. If our volume on one way or the other is wacky doodle, let us know. I should probably look at the chat room. Do you have the chat room up?
It's right here.
Oh, look at you.
So
amazing.
Here. We appear to have 9 viewers right now. Hello, our 9 viewers.
Hello. I think we're one of them. Hello.
Welcome.
So this red rock is cruising right on in. It looks like it might be a little zippy. I think they may have wanted to tap their own and just stuck out a little wide.
What sheet do you mean?
On our featured sheet, sheet B. I'm going to, unless I say otherwise, it's going to be regarding the featured sheet B.
All right, looks like Jamie is now calling that hit and roll.
Okay, so now you get your hit here on sheet B. It's a lot of ice for that, given that what we saw the last red rock just do. I feel like that might be a lot of ice, but maybe we're doing a very controlled weight here.
On sheet C, red is so far sitting 1.
All right, well, it is moving.
On sheet D, Conor. I think Conor just threw a draw, and it's in the house.
Okay. Thank you, Sam. Sam is attentive to all the sheets. An impressive ability to multitask.
Yes, you lose that as you age.
Yes. So we're glad to have you, Sam. You can keep us informed on the sheets that we're not looking at actively. Again, I'm going to kind of focus on the featured sheet for now, and as the games progress, I'll address the others here and there. Oh, so close on that draw, but just sailed through a little bit. Jamie's calling for a T-line weight tap, asking Ian to just tap up the red rock that was just their hit rock on the last yellow stone.
On sheet C, looks like red's trying to do draw to the button or guard.
Okay. Might be a little fast maybe there on sheet C.
It's a little speedy.
A little zippy. Now, our ice does typically pick up in speed as the first end progresses, so that's a little bit of an adjustment that all of the curlers will have to make.
Have you heard, different topic, did you hear about the glow spiel? I was in the last glow spiel.
Did you have fun?
Yeah, the ice is really slow.
Well, it was dark. Nobody can tell.
Yeah.
All right, so Team Long is hitting and trying to roll a little bit, but they got a nose hit. That's an improvement for them. Currently yellow, that's the Buns of Gojira team, is sitting 1. I don't think that red rock is biting, but it's really hard to tell. It might be. Our camera angle's not ideally suited. What do you think, Christine? You've looked at more rocks on camera than I have. Is that one biting? It's about to not matter. It's going away, but I'm curious.
It's so hard to tell.
Okay, so maybe yes, maybe no.
I'm 50-50.
Okay, it's
We're
close.
just at such an odd angle here.
Yes, indeed. That fishbowl lens from above makes it very hard to tell.
On sheet D,
Oh, look at that double.
Beautiful run back double takeout. Get that.
sheet D, Tanya just threw a draw to the back house.
Yeah, on sheet D, red is sitting 1, and that is Sam's dad's team. So we're going to give a few extra updates on that team, I think.
Absolutely. All right, this is presumably Will Long for Mecha Team Long. In the hack for his first rock of this first end.
Looks like he's just going for the draw, but we'll see where we end
so.
up.
I have yet to figure out how much it's curling. It's definitely curling, but I don't know how much. It would have to finish very hard to get behind cover. It's a lovely weight. It's going to be back 8, probably back 4. Oh, even better.
That
T-line.
is right on the button.
Beautiful, but
Side
unfortunately
button.
it is wide open.
Yes.
And Jamie wasted no time in indicating his preference to remove that rock. He who called it has to throw it. Yes, that's it.
Yeah.
Didn't rhyme. No smelt it, dealt it situation.
Let's see. So far, red sitting and yellow on sheet D. Yellow takes over.
Yes, and they've thrown a lovely freeze on sheet D. But it is behind the T, so there's room for Sam's dad's team to get in there.
Jamie on sheet B. Jamie Belafonte. Looks like he's throwing a draw. No, looks like he's throwing a takeout.
Yes, that's what we talked about the call would likely be.
And
And he's rolled
Nice hit
open
and
further.
Stick.
It did hit and just flop a little to the outside. So it is also wide open, but would take a pretty good flop to get behind cover here. He's aiming to get his deuce out of this end, trying to get 2 by setting up what he is hoping to leave as an open hit. But that requires a little cooperation from the other team, who will not be cooperative, I suspect.
Exactly. Now, if Will Long of Team Mega Team Long,
Love.
again, who I assume this is, throwing skips rocks, if he can make this hit and roll under, that's a really safe spot to be in. It is
Absolutely.
probably going to force Jamie to 1.
Agreed.
But the hit and rolls so far this end have been
Elusive.
a little bit challenging.
Yes.
And we've had a lot of hit and sticks.
So this is moving. They're sweeping hard all the way to try to hold this rock. It's looking quite good.
It is.
Will it over curl is the question. I think it might roll. Okay, so it's rolled a little further than they want. They made the hit. Well done. It did stick around on the back. So Jamie does need to draw half 12 or better. So let's just call it full 12 or better. And if so, he would get 2 out of this end, which was his aim. If he has secured 1 point unless something goes drastically awry, it would require probably a Godzilla
It can
intervention.
happen.
It could. It could. I've certainly had it happen.
Oh,
But-
I've had it happen.
However, I think 1 is pretty secure at the moment. And ideally, he is going to make his draw. I want everyone, by the way, I'm not just saying that because it's a Potomac team. I want everybody to make their shots. I want to see a good competitive strategic game with great shots.
As curlers, I think we always just want to see the really, really good shots.
Absolutely.
Even when they're against me,
Yep. Same.
we want to see it.
So Jamie's given this to his sweepers to control. He's done a lovely job giving them very controllable weight. And that's going to sit down in the back, and they'll take 2 in the first end. You're on our featured sheet.
On sheet C, Stacy's looks like she's doing takeout weight, yellow.
I agree with that. That's got some moxie. They're nicely ahead of pace. They've been playing fast on sheet C. And here comes another hit. Little hit and probably flop behind cover. That looks great. Might overcurl a little bit. Really nice throw by Stacy on sheet C.
And in case you have not seen on sheet C, the first end was a blank. So
Thank you.
still 0-0.
And on sheet D, the yellow team, which is indeed not Sam's dad's team, right? Took 1 in the first end. So hotly contested all the way across our ice. Sheet A has not yet finalized their first end. It looks like the hammer is coming in play now on sheet A.
Sheet A has a rather messy house going on right now.
I can see why it's taken them a little longer to play. There are many, many rocks in play, most
Let's
of them at
see.
the back.
Where is sheet A? Wow, it's crowded.
Yes.
Crowded.
All right, here comes the hammer now.
Looks like Craig is doing Craig's doing takeout weight on sheet C.
Let's see if they can tap this rock on A enough. Not quite. So it's going to be 1 for Team Boopzilla on sheet A in the first end. Okay. Back on our featured sheet, we are in the midst of lead stones, and the play is already into the house. And the play is out of the house. Little cleanup back there. There is a trip hazard, so, hopefully everybody will be careful. I'm not a big fan of trip hazards. I realize rocks are in play until they are all the way past the back line. That's part of our rules here in curling. But I'm clumsy, and I skip, and it makes me nervous to have those rocks dangling on the back line like that. But that's how it is.
Absolutely.
Jackie Temple throwing her second lead stone.
On sheet
On sheet B.
On sheet B,
If
yeah.
Yep.
I got confused between sheet C because I thought you meant her.
Absolutely understood.
Sheet D, throwing takeout weight.
Absolutely, and your dad is sweeping hard to hold this line. Again, the play here on sheet B, our featured sheet, is into the house. They've decided
missed.
to eschew any guards in this end so far.
I'm not sure if they decided or if the ice decided for them. But
I think it's that.
You play with what you're given.
Absolutely. And again, our ice does tend to speed up at the tail end of the first end, and our lead players have not thrown on that faster sheet yet. So they're going to adapt as we move forward. But I'm going to just assume they decided to play in the house.
Okay.
No, but I you know what they say about assumptions. All right. So here's another takeout. Of course, if this had been a guard, it would have been safe. Now, this is the reason to leave the rocks on the back line. That back line rock caught a stone, and now it's fully in play, like in the house. Well, not fully in the house. In the house, biting. All right, well, this is good. We're getting to see everybody's hit range.
Looks like Jamie Belafonte on sheet B is calling for a draw.
I think he's calling for the hit. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty sure it was a hit.
You can tell because he's crouched down. You never crouch down for a draw.
Wow, good shot on sheet D.
Oh, yeah, we have some rocks moving on sheet D.
All right, here comes that hit. The
And some
sweepers
rocks
are
moving on sheet
sweeping,
C, too.
trying to hold that line.
And
And there's your hit on sheet B, but the shot rock will roll out, and the object rock is able to be removed.
primary objective obtained.
Absolutely.
And Mecha Team Long is responding with just a nice solid draw to T-line.
And they are drawing to the side that has that yellow rock in the back. That gives them a plan B option. If it does go a little long, they can, get it long. They can sit down on that rock or tap it as a plan B. They could freeze to it preferentially. And of course, if it is just a draw, which was the goal and is the result, if Jamie attempts this hit, there's a chance that that red rock could jam on the yellow rock in the back. So that was a well thought out place to put a draw. Jamie is asking Christy to remove that red rock. So here comes another hit attempt on sheet B. They're sweeping hard to try to hold this line. The rock is moving, and I think it might be moving a little too much. Yeah, that rock just overcurled more than they anticipated. And there is no change to our status.
All right, and it looks like Team Long is going to split the house.
I love a split house.
It's going to put them in a really strong position to get their 2 at the end of this end. Of course, anything can happen in curling.
Absolutely. It's a great play. Of course, that red rock that is currently in the house is behind the tee, which can give a little bit of an advantage back to the team without the hammer. They could wind up freezing that to shrink down that scoring area, making it harder to remove them. Looks like this draw is a little bit heavy, and it's just going to slide through the back of the house. This remains a wide open house, and they're going to try again for the hit, this time asking Ian to try his luck. It looks like maybe they've taken an inch and a half more ice. Now he's taken a bit more too, so maybe a few inches more. They've discovered that area of the ice moved a little bit.
on sheet D, Tanya is calling for, I think, a takeout.
Okay.
No, she's calling for a draw. Based on this house, so over on sheet D,
You're right.
Tanya is playing what she would call the Ring of Fire. There are two, and possibly one more. Oh, and possibly now two more. Yes, there are 4 red rocks in the 12-foot surrounding the house.
Amazing.
So that's good for
That
yellow.
is good for red.
Good for red. And Tanya was my first Ladies League skip about a billion years ago.
You mean 20 years ago?
I think more like 24.
24, so that was 19, that was 2002?
Sounds
2002.
Sounds
Yeah,
about right.
2002.
It might have been it might have been the spring of spring of 22, or maybe the fall of 2003, something in that range. But the first time I played in Ladies League, she was my skip. So, go Tanya. Bring that
My
ring of
dad
fire.
met Tanya a long time ago.
Yes, they've both been curling quite a while. They'd already been curling quite a while when I started, and that was a long time ago. Back to our featured sheet. Here we've got another hit attempt. We just keep trading hits here on this same line. Looks like this one came out a bit wide for Ian, so they're not sweeping, but the rocks have been moving a lot on this line, so I don't think that's an issue. And in fact, we've got the hit, but we may jam in the back.
Yep, a little bit of jam.
We be jamming. The previous hit also jammed, so they've been trading hit jams.
Yes. One of my previous teammates would call that an Amish pantry full of jam.
Nice. All right, well, the hits continue. Mecha Team Long is sweeping right out of hand, trying to hold this line for the hit. They're doing a great job. They stay on it. Ooh, it's really curling. They gonna get a piece? I think they're gonna get a little piece.
I think they're going to get a little piece.
Yeah, enough.
Right.
Well done. Objective completed. Leaving one solo red rock in the house for Team Mecha Team Long. I really have to stop saying team first. I don't know. It just falls out of my mouth. And
Mecha team.
Meanwhile, on sheet A, looks like they're taking takeout for red on sheet A,
well, unfortunately, they were trying for some yellow action.
but they
and
accidentally hit their own.
They did. I call that a color recognition error, but really they just came out a little wide.
So here on sheet B, it looks like Jamie is going for the takeout. Would you call the takeout here, or would you go for more of a freeze on this rock?
I think it's so early. I would do the takeout as well. Just keep the scoring low at this part of the end. They're up 2. If they can force a 1, that'd be fine. Or possibly Mecha Team Long might choose to try for a blank as this shakes down. We'll see. If everybody's making their shots, we'll see what shakes out here.
I think Jamie Belafonte wanted to do a tap on sheet B.
Yep, and he is indeed going to tap that red rock right out of play.
Good shot.
Excellent.
Meanwhile, on sheet D, their yellow wants to do a takeout of 2 reds. That may cause one red in the house. Nope, and I'm wrong.
Well, you may have been right about the intent. However, the result was that team. Let's see, that's Ferda girls. Team Ferda girls removed one of the red ring of fire on sheet D, leaving 3 red still in the 12-foot. And they are deep into the end here. These are skips rocks. This is the first skip rock for Team O-Hanami Hammers. Again, that was sheet D. See, I'm violating my own rules. Bad announcer. Bear with me. It's early. just before noon. That counts as early, right? All right, so this on sheet B, our featured sheet. Mecha Team Long was able to pretty well clear the house. They just need to decide if that red rock is on the back line or not. I don't think it is, and they agree. They've removed it from play.
And an update on sheet C, they are a little bit ahead of the rest of these games. There was a score of 2 for yellow guard destroyer of Potomac in the second end.
I am really enjoying these team names out here on the ice. Of course, our featured sheet, we've already spoken about their names a few times. Mecha Team Long versus Buns of Gojira. On sheet C, we've got Strickland Propane versus Guard Destroya. And that's like you'd yell for sweeping.
Good shot on red on sheet D.
Draw to the back 8, it looks like. On sheet A, we've got Team Oblander versus Boopzilla. And on sheet D, we've got the Ferda girls against Sam's dad's team that he's actually sparing on. So not really his team at all. It's O-Hanami Hammers. So excellent names on this draw. In fact, I was enjoying all the team names across the whole thing. You can find that information on the Curl DC website. If you go to the information about this Bonspiel, there's the draw link, and that also has the team names you can enjoy.
And if you get a chance to see Team Boopzilla's shirts, they are incredible.
I love a good shirt. Oh, those are great. Oh my gosh, what a throwback to the Olympics already.
What?
All right, I missed the score here at the end of the end as I was talking about T-shirts, but I will update that as soon as
What were you talking about? T-shirts. What's it so interesting about T-shirts?
We were talking about the T-shirts for Team Boopzilla on sheet A.
On sheet D, yellow's trying to do a takeout. Let's see it. I don't know if they'll be able to do it. Oh, looks like they might. And yep, bing, bang, boom. Red has last shot on sheet D.
Back to our featured sheet, we've getting our final rock going, and it is a score of 1 red. They tried for the blank and could not quite roll out. So that was on sheet B, featured sheet. Mecha Team Long takes 1 in the force. Again, those who are not as familiar with curling may not realize it, although I know most of our viewers likely are familiar. Once you have scored, you will then go first in the following end. So that is why Mecha Team Long is back in the hack already, starting out the 3rd end. We'll see if they continue this throw them into the house situation or if they adjust down and decide on some guards. I'm not a strategy streamer. If you want to put them in the house, you go right ahead.
Well, speaking of our viewers, we have 12 viewers now. Welcome.
Welcome.
And if you have questions for us or you want to send a message to your favorite team, you can send it to us via the chat.
So that first rock here in our 3rd end on our featured sheet went a little bit deeper than they had in mind, but it did stick around at the back of the house.
Looks like on sheet D, red has hammer again.
Yes, yellow got 1 rock in there, and red was not able to remove it. So steal of 1.
So
for
maybe
yellow.
they can get a comeback after, like in the set, they can get get a point.
Now, sheet A, I'm going to draw your attention to on the alternative stream there. They have a very busy house of yellow at the moment in the 4-foot, and the team Oblander has called for a hit and flop into the pocket. They're aiming to hit the yellow rock that is on our right as we're looking from the back of the house here. And then they're hoping to hit it on the inside face, move 2 of those yellow rocks, and flop to the left and sit corner frozen on the 3rd yellow rock that's in the 4-foot. I want to see this rock, so here it comes. And this is the hammer on sheet A in the 2nd end. So this team of Oblander really does need to make a move here.
He's throwing against
Oh,
at least
beautiful.
3. That was a beautiful shot.
That was awesome.
Got
I
his
didn't see-
1.
They took their 1 and they were in deep. So well done on a pressure shot.
You normally want to take more than 1, but
Not in that
in
case.
that
We'll
case,
take it.
you want it. You want your 1.
That was amazing. Great shot.
So all of our games are now in the 3rd end.
I'm gonna come right back. I'm gonna see what it is for brunch.
I love it. All right, Sam has stepped away from the booth, so you still have myself and Christine Dobbs. My name's F.L. Etlin. We're both longtime members of the Potomac Curling Club, and we're delighted to be chatting with you today in our 10:15 draw that started just a little bit late. So thank you for your patience if you're waiting for that screen to start.
Makes you feel like it's been a little bit longer when you realize it's before Sam was born.
Yeah. You can hear again the ambient noise from the shed, the yelling for hard line by Jamie, really encouraging them to hold this rock out to try to get around that guard. And they touched that guard, and of course that is a center line guard, and I believe they are playing with the no tick rule, so that is the option of the other skip if they wish to do anything about it. It looks like he's going to let it lie and just continue playing.
On sheet D,
Unless we're deeper in the end, I think we are. No, we're not. Okay.
on sheet D, looks like red is trying to do a guard. Oh no, I mean a draw. See? Looks like so far it's good.
They're just watching it go, so it's probably a little bit deep, but it's stuck around very nicely in the 4-foot.
Great shot on sheet D.
The downside of that shot on sheet D is it is wide open. There's no protection for that rock. And so the Ferda girls are going to go after it and probably try to flop a little to the left behind cover, if I had to guess. Or they could be rolling to the right, but I'm afraid they'd jam on the yellow in the back if they did that shot. So that sheet D rock is underway. We'll see how they do on this hit. See if they're able to get the hit with the flop that they're probably gave. Well, they rolled a little far, but they made the hit. Primary objective completed. Back on our featured sheet, it looks like we probably have a tap attempt for Team Buns of Gojira, or a split maybe. I think it's a tap. Beautiful tap behind cover. Is going to roll out the other side? No, beautiful. It's fully in the 4-foot, top 4 behind cover.
Meanwhile, on sheet D, my dad is throwing. He looks like he's trying to do another draw. Looks like it's same weight.
I agree. Go to the back house.
A little.
Yep, froze down on that back yellow rock on sheet 3. Here on sheet B, our featured sheet, we've got a high-speed attempt that unfortunately kind of went through the middle there, flashed it. Now, if it were you, Christine, would you start opening up the center if you were team Mecha Team Long?
Well, if it were me, I would realize about 3 rocks from now that I should have been opening up the center. But yes, opening this up the center would be a really good strategy here.
For Mecha Team Long. On
for
the other
Mecha
hand,
Team Long.
Team Buns of Gojira is doing the right thing by leaving that center
Yes.
clogged up, which is perhaps a little counterintuitive because they have the hammer, but I feel like they're using that protection wisely at this time.
Absolutely.
On sheet C, looks like yellow's trying to do a guard. Wait, no. Looks like,
I think so, yeah.
yeah,
I think it is.
guard.
Sheet C's house is pretty interesting here. Yellow, who does not have hammer, has one rock in the center of the house, basically surrounded by red.
Indeed.
So they want to protect that and get their
They're extra
steal.
protective.
Exactly. Now over here in sheet B, I think if I were Mega Team Long, I might look at maybe a downweight takeout. You could probably get to that yellow
from the outside.
from the outside with about hack weight.
And if you wind up chipping the guard, that might be okay, but I'm afraid you tap the yellow in is
Right.
the downside of that. I don't know. I might try like a run back takeout on that yellow
Okay.
with the intent that if you miss it, at least you've cleared the guard well.
Yes. Yeah, red into yellow. And it looks like they are doing something completely different. Their strategy is not the same as ours,
Well,
which is
that's exciting.
perfectly great. There are many strategies in curling. It's good to see new ones.
Absolutely. So they've made a wider opening here. And at the moment, they are the second shot. So,
I would say that's a decent result,
yeah.
because Shot Rock has not become any more protected.
Truth. And Ian is throwing his first of the Vice Stones for Team Buns of Gojira. And it looks like it's holding nicely. Going to try to get around that guard. It's a little tight.
It's tight.
It's going to tap instead.
They are.
That's okay. They're just extra protected now.
Meanwhile,
Okay, they removed that run back takeout on the red yellow.
on sheet D, red is sitting 1 so far, I think.
I believe you're correct. And yellow is wide open. So red is sitting first and third, and they're sort of frozen to each other.
And now, now red.
It looks like Conor's going to take out that yellow and probably roll over towards that pile.
I would think so.
It's going to put them in a really good spot. Oh,
Didn't do much
not as much roll as I thought.
But even if they queue up a double takeout here, which is viable, that corner frozen red rock should stick around. Now, the Ferda girls are not buying into this. They're smartly just going to try to put themselves in shot position with all that red is backing. I think that's a great call. Oh, maybe I'm wrong. It looks like they're calling for a downweight hit. Okay.
Trying to take that one out.
Now, back on sheet C, we talked about that one yellow rock that was being protected. That yellow rock has gone away. That's always the risk of that plan.
Absolutely.
Is that you protect it and they manage to get in there anyway. So now they have a little bit of cleanup to do.
Gilad is
And that
starting
was
that off.
nice clean takeout from Gilad.
Yep. Nice throw.
I think they're going to try to take, on sheet D, I think that red's going to try to take the yellow out. So
So
that will mean red will be sitting 4 if they take the yellow out.
if they're able to do so without also impacting any of those reds in the back, I agree.
But if they hit one of their rocks, it's fine, I guess.
As long as it's not the yellow jamming on it, yes. It's a little tricky with all those rocks in the back of the house. There's a lot of catchers.
Back here on our feature sheet, Team Long, Mecha Team Long, is looking for a path. It looks like they're looking for some draw
job.
paths, and no one wants to do my low weight takeout on the outside, so maybe there's something up with that line that I have not seen yet.
Maybe it's been moving really well going from the center line to our right here in the booth. I wonder if the opposite is true
Right.
on the other side of the sheet. Who knows?
So I am going to assume there you have a very good reason for avoiding coming at it from that direction.
And it could just be an angle situation. They don't like it. They've got this nice open
Yes.
path that they continue to play on the line that they've already become familiar with. Like, something to be said for knowing what the ice is doing.
Absolutely.
So this is the first of the skip stones on our featured sheet B. Mecha Team Long's skip. I assume that is Will Long throwing.
It is. I've confirmed he
Oh,
is
thank you.
wearing a name tag.
Oh, perfect. Oh, yay. So he's got a nice little draw going. It looks like it might be a little fast. So it did not settle into place as they might have hoped, but it is.
And on sheet C, the red team, Strickland Propane, managed to pull off a score of 3 in the third end. So
Very good end for them.
Looks like they're trying to take out the red on sheet D. Yellow is.
Absolutely. And this is the first of the skip stones on sheet D. In this, the third end. Now sheet C is flying right along there, starting their fourth end.
they're about
Half an end
3 or
almost.
4 rocks
Yeah.
ahead. They finished their end about when everyone else was starting on Skip's rocks.
Amazing.
So
I love speedy play.
it's nice to see.
It is. And part of that is, I'd like to say it's because they're throwing hits, but really it's not. They had a lot of rocks in play last
They
game.
did. They really did.
All right, so this is our
Gilad is very experienced. I think he is a quick player in general.
absolutely.
I don't know about his opponent, but I'd assume his opponent is also a rather quick player because you need both teams to cooperate to get this.
On sheet B, the Buns of Gajira's team was able to put another rock in the house, but it is third shot. So yellow is currently shot in the top 4, and third shot in the back 12, along with 5 other rocks in the back 12, or well, in the 12. Oh, maybe 6 actually.
Oh, we got a comment. Gilad loves playing fast from Henrique,
Ah, perfect.
also known as Gilad's dad. Hi, Henrique.
Hi, Henry. How are you? So nice to see you here on our chat. Always a pleasure to chat with you, Enrique.
On sheet D, Tanya is throwing red. Looks like she's throwing guard. Wait, no, looks like she's throwing,
Probably a draw, I would
yes,
think.
draw.
Sam?
Yeah.
And the sweepers on sheet D are massaging that a little bit to
Let it,
into place. It's a fine throw. This is the last non-hammer shot on sheet B. I like to call that the gavel, but it's not really. It is the last red rock coming into play here in the third end on our featured sheet.
Was a nice split. They've really shrunken down that scoring area for Jamie.
They have, and Jamie
Well,
does
a
not
little
have any
bit.
options to hit that rock particularly, so he's going to have to draw, and now that scoring area is down to about 6 feet or so. So just aiming to draw the 4 foot and try to collect another 2.
I'm anxious to see what yellow does on sheet D.
Absolutely. The moment on sheet D, red is sitting 3.
And if they take one out, red can take the yellow out possibly, and that would be 4 if they had a good enough shot.
Well, if yellow is taken out of red, it would actually only be 3. So let's see how this rock plays out on sheet D.
If I were on sheet D, I would try to freeze to this one in the middle.
I agree with you, but that's a tough shot.
But if you
miss,
miss,
you give up the 4.
Yeah.
So hit and
So they went
actually
for the hit.
nice.
That's a nice little
result.
roll.
Yeah, hit and flop to be sort of protected by the red backing.
They could hit.
So they have to hit, but she's going to have to keep it a little bit down weight to stick around.
Absolutely. And as long as she makes that hit clean, even if her rock rolls out, Tanya will be able to collect a deuce there on sheet D. Of course, I was distracted again. Did Jamie make his draw?
I didn't see.
We'll wait till the end to score.
We'll
Sorry
find
about
out.
that, teams.
We'll get you a score. We know yellow scored and
Red.
sorry. We
Yellow?
know,
Yellow is in the
Yes.
hat. Yellow.
yes, we know yellow scored. They were
Yes.
sitting 1.
That
We
is
just don't
right.
know if it was 1 or 2. We will get that updated as soon as we can.
They could on sheet D. Red could get 2 if they took the yellow out.
So here comes that hammer shot on sheet D. Sweepers are sweeping. Rock is sliding.
Sweeper's gonna sweep.
Tanya's still sliding because she's amazing. There, she's up. And here's that shot. Okay, so she did a double takeout, 1 her own, 1 theirs, and winds up taking 2 for a tie game on sheet D after 3 ends. Very exciting. I think that was a good call instead of pussyfooting around with a little lightweight something that might have not shaken out. Just take your 2 and move along. Okay, we have a guard in play on our featured sheet, a guard on sheet B.
All right, we've confirmed that it was 2 points here on sheet B. And we have finished the end over on sheet A as well. We'll get a score update at ASAP
As soon as possible.
as soon as possible. Oh, they've already put the score up there. Wonderful. That was 1 point for yellow in the 3rd end for Team Boopzilla.
What, Zilla?
Boopzilla.
Oh, I thought you said poop.
No, that'd be a very different shirt. Here at the Potomac Curling Club, we can start smelling
Good
lunch in
food?
the offing. Yes, I'm
I'm gonna go check.
Okay. Our roving reporter's on the way. So the second lead stone for Buns of Gojiras does come into the house and is sitting open. Will Long of Mecha Team Long is wasting no time calling for the hit and flop. The rock's away. The sweepers are ready. They're being called on. Looks like a nice down weight shot. Looks like it's gonna hit on the inside and flop. I'm not sure it's gonna remove that yellow. Might. Oh, there it goes. Just enough.
Just enough.
Beautiful
That
weight.
was perfect weight.
That was great. Well thrown. Did not flop quite behind cover, but it moved a bit towards the center. Sitting in biting the top 8 foot. Jamie's decided he doesn't like it there. He's going to try to remove it. Talking about bumper weight. Another nice control bumper weight shot. Hopefully flopping behind cover and removing the red rock from play. On sheet C, we've got a hit coming in for Team Guard Destroya. It wasn't a guard, but they destroyed
update.
that rock. Oh, a food update. Let's hear it, Sam.
We don't exactly know what we're gonna have, but it's something with tofu and rice, I think.
All right. The Potomac Curling Club generally accommodates all kinds of dietary requirements. So it does not surprise me that tofu will make an appearance for some people. I suspect they'll also have some other options as well.
From vegan to gluten-free.
Amazing. Our range knows no bounds.
We do always ask pre-Bonspiel for the teams to let us know about any food allergies so that we can make sure that they can eat.
Also special diet requests like
Yes.
vegan or vegetarian or gluten-free or whatever, that we have an amazing track record of.
It's very important to us that people are able to eat. That's what we care the most about,
I think so.
that people are fed.
Yes.
If any of you out there watching have not come to or played in the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel, the food is amazing.
It is.
Update on sheet D. My dad just threw takeout weight on sheet D.
And when he threw takeout weight, did he indeed take something out?
Yes, he did.
Excellent.
Sheet C is sitting here with a large number of trip hazards in the back.
You mean on sheet D?
On sheet C.
On sheet C? Oh, you mean here?
Yes.
Yes.
See
How?
these rocks, they're behind the house.
You mean actual trip hazards?
Actual trip hazards.
That's what I call those rocks that are not in the house, but they're still in play, because I'm clumsy and I tend to trip on them.
Mecha Team Long has 2 rocks currently sitting in the house. They finally got this set up they've been looking for.
They're
And
not
it
quite
looks like
parallel, but they're pretty close.
they're going to put another one in close to the center.
I love this. Looks a little zippy. We'll see if it settles down. It looks like it's gliding on this path
It really
today.
does.
The sweepers have not touched it. They are.
And this is one where you'd rather have a guard.
So
than
they've decided
something
to
too heavy?
sweep to
Okay.
split. That's a great call.
Really nice.
Make use of what you
really
got.
Nice,
Really nice result. I believe that those 2 red rocks at the top of the 4-foot are susceptible to being doubled. They're close enough to make that a pretty reasonable attempt. And Ian has wasted no time getting back to the hack. They discussed that strategy very briefly, and they are indeed going to attempt the double takeout.
On sheet B, Jamie Belafonte wants to take out, I think, 2.
That's correct.
See
That's
if
the call.
See if he makes it.
So Ian is throwing. Jamie is calling.
Good line.
The ladies are running with the rock, but have not yet put their brooms on the ice. It looks like it's a little wide. They're going to take
They'll
one.
get the one.
The
They'll
other.
get
They got the other double. Jinx.
Jinx! Buy me a Coke!
Luckily, we're volunteering, so I don't have to buy you the Coke. I can just get you one.
As volunteers, our Cokes are free.
I think, at least. I hope it's free. On
Ooh.
sheet C,
Another takeout
another takeout of of yellow.
by Red.
Yes.
Red is making a takeout.
They're sweeping hard to try to hold this line.
Good
They're gonna
line.
get
It
a
is
little piece.
curling a little more
Yeah.
than they hoped, but
They got it, and they jammed on their own enough to maybe stay if it rolls back in.
And they've added yet another. Oh no, they've
They
replaced
root one. I
their
think that
trip
the
hazard.
one,
This one in the middle, I think, is biting,
I think
but
so
the other
too.
2 are not.
yeah, so you got 2 trip hazards and 1 biter, we think. Again, the camera angle being kind of a fisheye lens makes it hard to tell from our view whether or not a rock in the back of the house is biting, but it looks like probably yes. Here on our featured sheet, Mecha Team Long has removed Buns of Gojira's yellow rock that was in the house. Now they are parallel, separated, and in the house. They're setting themselves up well at the moment, looking like they're probably going to be able to pull a deuce out of this, but it's a bit early in the end to really say that. We'll see how it shakes out. Jamie is called for a hit on the outside of those 2 red rocks with a flop behind cover. If they pull this off, the end will change dramatically. Rock is in motion. Again, the sweepers are ready, but not touching the ice. They've not been called on. Looks like this is just a little wide again. And in fact, it's enough wide that they flashed.
That puts Mecha Team Long in a very good position right now.
Absolutely.
And right on schedule. Sheet C has finished their end. I believe it was 2 yellow. We will confirm.
Okay. Again, I'm not familiar with the players from NECA Team Long. Welcome again. So I'm assuming that this is the listed vice, Ben Tolzman, throwing this red rock.
On sheet C, Stacy just threw a draw. And Craig and
Her name is Carin.
Carin are
She
sweeping
is
it.
not from Potomac. I'm not sure where she is from.
I think she's from Canada.
Oh.
All right, they brought in a ringer.
Now, on our featured sheet, Mecha Team Long's attempt was a little bit heavy. Instead of splitting, they actually rolled out, and their other stone flopped towards the center but did not get quite buried. I believe that Jamie might be trying for a freeze on this rock that's on the button, or maybe tapping it just a hair and flopping behind cover. I'm not sure which variant of finesse he's going for here.
With this ice, it looks like I would guess it's a freeze, but you have a little flexibility.
Indeed.
I always like to have flexibility in my shots.
Absolutely. I'm a big fan of, even when I call my shots, I tend to say, this is plan A, this is plan B, this is plan C. But this is plan A,
Yes.
just to reinforce. That's the one I really
I
want.
call the shot with the most options.
Yes.
Usually.
How many does yellow have on sheet D?
On sheet D.
Oh, they're tied.
They are tied, yes. 2-2.
All right, this is Jamie's first skip stone without the hammer. And it is also a bit wide. I feel like this line's running
It
just a bit
is.
straighter than Team Buns of Gojira is anticipating. I feel like they need to make a little
Yes,
adjustment in their ice.
They do indeed.
Mecha Team Long is wasting no time discussing their best options for protecting their 2 red rocks. They're talking about maybe putting up a biter to try to split the difference between a guard and a third shot. And I like that call. The danger of getting too close is you could have a run back takeout to take a couple of those out, but they would still probably wind up with 2 if things go their way, and they could set themselves up to wind up with many more points. So I like this call.
I like this call a lot. It's protects their shots,
Now this
gives them a
is-
chance for a third.
Absolutely. Now, given what we just saw, this looks like it might be a whole lot of ice, but often our ice doesn't curl closer to the center, and then if you go out wide, it will curl across whatever's going on and come a long way. So let's see if it can come back to cover that red rock in the center. It looks like it's a little heavy, perhaps.
On sheet C, yellow skip is trying to do a takeout on the red.
Ian is able to sweep this first skip stone by
Craig
Mecha
just
Team Long through the house.
On sheet D, Tanya's throwing takeout weight on the yellow in the back house.
Looks like they're going for a blank over on sheet D.
So they are quite deep in the end.
Yes, this
So that
is
sounds like a good plan.
not the last shot, but we're pretty close.
It'll be, assuming they're able to make this shot, they're going to want to, yep.
Make it.
And then Team Yellow has the hammer, and so it will be up to them if they care to just throw one into the house, which I wouldn't do. I'd just throw it
What
through
if-
and go for the blank, but, you know, you do you, boo.
What if they miss it?
If they accidentally hit the house,
What if they what if they do a little too hard and go
they would get the blank, and they could say they did that on purpose. And in fact, they probably are indeed going to throw heavy on purpose. At least I would.
On
this early in
sheet
the game.
How come?
C, red just had 2 takeouts that went straighter than they expected. So this one rock here in the center, in the 4-foot, appears to have some sort of force field situation. because they've come at it from both sides now, and both of them sailed right through.
So to answer your question, Sam, the reason they might want to not put a rock in the house is if they don't score here on sheet D, they would retain the hammer and get to try again for multiples. But it looks like they are trying to put it in the house, and they're going to take their 1 and walk away up 1 in after 4. So good for them. Back on our featured sheet, Mecha Team Long is attempting to hit for 3. This is hammer on our featured sheet in the 4th end. The current score on that sheet is 4-1 Buns of Gojira, so Mecha Team Long would really like to nail this hit and stick to tie it up.
We just had a very nice run back on sheet C. They did finally manage to hit that yellow rock.
Beautiful hit by Mecha Team Long to take 3 to
Very
tie
nice.
the game 4-all after 4 ends.
So they're saying who's closest to the button on sheet D?
Sheet D was 1 yellow.
What if red makes it closer?
Well, this is a new end.
We
we're
just
talking about.
started a new end.
D
sheet
just
D.
started a new end?
Yes.
They did.
Because they're tied?
They are
Uh,
no longer tied.
They're not tied.
Well, how come they're playing another end? Because they need to, yeah.
Because it's only the 4th.
Oh, so
it's only been 4 ends.
so
We're only
red-
halfway through.
so red could steal a couple or at least one.
Oh, absolutely.
So there's still half the game to go.
There's still a lot of game left. They have a lot of time.
But I'm just curious.
Red-
in this end, red could
Red
possibly steal one.
Has
well, red
hammer
would
this
score.
end,
They wouldn't
so
steal.
they can score multiple points here. And that's what they will try to do.
Because yellow just took 1 in the 4th end on sheet D. That means that they have to shoot first, and red, your dad's team, has hammer.
So there's a lot more ends to go, which
There-
will be like almost an hour, even more.
That's right.
That's right.
We've got
We
4
are
ends yet to go. We're halfway
halfway
through. Jinx again.
You should buy each other a Coke.
We can work that out.
Well, it depends.
On sheet A, they're still finishing the 4th end. They are up to the last 2 rocks. Red has the hammer, and the yellow team is about to throw their last rock. They're going to try to remove the red stone and sit 2, and cause the team Oblander red team a little bit of challenge to get in and get their 1. At least that's the call. We'll see how it shakes out. Again, that is sheet A, Team Oblander versus Boopzilla with the great shirts. Sheet C has been very competitive. The score there, of course, 4-3 in favor of Guard Destroyer. And they continue to cruise right along there. Speedy on that sheet, I love it.
Who's throwing? Yellow. Ugh.
So on sheet C, Strickland Propane's team just threw their rock, and they are about to get into Skip's rocks. A full half end ahead. Jackie Temple is in the hack now for Buns of Gojira for her 2nd lead rock of this, the 5th end. We're playing 8 ends scheduled.
There is a timer, so if the teams do not play quickly enough, they can get cut off.
That is very true. I would say that sheet C is the only team that's the only sheet that is safe from that at this moment. Although
Sheet C is safe.
at this time.
Not concerned about sheet C.
So lots of guards in play now on sheet B. Mecha Team Long plans to use those guards and draw behind. That's the call.
Those guards are so important to the game, and yet those are the ones that always get skipped in TV coverage.
Yes.
On sheet D, my dad's doing takeout.
Your dad, Michael Fry,
Yes.
just to give my dad a name.
Let's see, and
Very
nice
Good shot for sheet D.
Nice result. This
Nice
draw
result for
on
Sam's dad.
sheet B. They did a lovely job. Came up just a hair light, but that's yet another guard in play. Jamie also wants to use the fort they've created, and he's going to go around the outside. We can finally see this line that we've been wanting to see all day around the outside to see if your previous call was viable. Christie's in the hack now.
On sheet B, they're looking for a draw.
The sweepers are just going with this rock. They have not attempted to sweep it at all, which leads me to think it's perhaps a bit hot. But it could also just be a bit perfect, but I'm afraid it is a bit hot. It's just sliding through. I believe Mecha Team Long is going to try the same path. So they're also going to draw from the outside. And try to throw this in turn by the second, Joe Spangers. And I'm sorry if I mangled that, Joe.
On sheet D, my dad's throwing.
On sheet B, the sweepers did not touch that rock until they crossed the hog line, and now they're just finishing it. It's looking great.
Really nice draw right there.
It's very nice. Oh, what a beautiful result. Right to the T line, just above the T line, top four, and behind cover. That was gorgeous. Nice throw.
On sheet C, it looks like the skip of Strickland Propane is also going for a draw.
And I did sneak a peek at the second's name tag. That really is Joe, or he's wearing Joe's name tag. So good job. I appreciate name tags.
Name tags are a great invention. On sheet C, that draw just came up the tiniest bit short.
On sheet B, yellow is doing takeout weight. What? What does that mean?
Is your fly down too? I mean, it's a fry thing.
Whatever.
On our featured sheet, Mecha Team Long's Vice is now throwing his first rock at this end.
Good shot. I mean, not good shot, but I mean, well enough. On sheet D. Because
This
yellow
rock
missed.
is going to just do a beautiful job. We get a little tick and flop behind, not quite behind cover. That was a nice little tick and roll. It didn't roll quite as far as they had hoped to get behind cover, but that was a lovely shot attempt by Ben.
We just had a little bit of deliberation over here on sheet C, and it looks like Galad is going to try for some sort of draw here. He does not have hammer. This is the second to last
So
rock.
he could presumably draw down to the T, right?
Either freeze to that red or stick just inside it.
I was thinking a corner freeze to the inside would be beautiful.
That would be amazing, an amazing shot.
Let's see if he can pull it off. That's again, this is sheet C we're talking about.
That was, I think, the most deliberation I've seen from him today.
Stacy has jumped on that rock to suit, try to hold it out. Looks like it's curling a bit. She's sweeping hard to try to hold that line.
Trying to get around that guard.
Okay, now they switched, and Craig's sweeping to try to curl it. All right, well, they made
just a little
contact with the
tap.
shot stone and moved things around a bit, but didn't quite get to the across the faces they had hoped. Pretty good try. I think maybe just a little more weight than they intended, unless we misunderstood the call.
Right.
Which could be.
It's possible. So red is still shot, so they have a draw for 2, and it looks like they're looking at a potential hit here, which could give them 3.
Again, that being sheet
Hard
C.
to tell how possible that hit is with that really high guard up there.
That's very high.
But it looks like they're going for it. Either that or, oh, well, he's changing his mind. Okay, yeah, it looks like he's going for it.
And I think they have to come from the inside. I agree with that.
Between those 2 guards.
Yes, that's going to be exciting.
That is going to be exciting.
Because you have to clear the top one, and then you have to hold it for the back one and not jam on the. Oh boy, that's going to be exciting.
This is a tricky shot here.
It really is. And this is for Team Strickland
This
Propane.
is for a 3. I may have stuck with the 2 here, but I don't know.
I am excited to see this shot play out. I mean, he has to get to it right now. You're right. He could have drawn or tapped to get 2.
Right. The draw or tap is, I think, the higher probability shot. But if he feels more comfortable with this, like,
weight,
let's do it.
I'm not sure that's what they're really doing. I feel like maybe they're tapping their red.
Are they tapping?
I think they changed their call on us. They're tapping that red.
Kind of wanted to see it, though.
I know, me too. But I think that's the call. Is they decided to go for a tap.
They're
They're trying to
tap
curl the
there.
stone enough to tap it.
Just a little wide. They went straight through. Okay, so that was just a 1.
Darn, we were able to
For
see that
Strickland
shot.
Propane.
But a good call. I think it was a wise choice to convert and try for the 2. They only got 1, but they had that 1 in the bag, so good for them. That's a tie game on sheet C after 6 ends of prompt play.
There was only 5.
Oh, it's only. Oh, sorry. Now we're starting the
5 ends.
6th.
Starting the 6th.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
For what? Starting the 6th end?
Starting the 6th end on
Sheet
sheet
C
C.
just started the 6th end. Everyone else is still on end 5.
What? I
But
thought they were on 4.
We are on Skips
They're
Rocks.
fast on sheet C.
Looks like red on sheet D is able to get a couple of points.
Maybe. They're still mid-end, but there's a lot of rocks in play, so I agree. Somebody's getting some points over there. There's a big discussion, of course, here in the waning rocks of the 5th end on our featured sheet B. Jamie and Ian having a long conversation about the over-unders on this, and I believe they're just trying for the draw behind cover.
Oh, and it looks like we never got a score update on sheet A. Can you see the score on sheet
They're
It's 2.
tied up at
So
2 each, so it was 1
1 in the 4th
one
for
in
red.
the 4th for red.
Sorry about that. Our sheet A view was on the wrong end, the wrong house.
Skipstone is approaching the house for Jamie. It looks like it's curling a lot. It's going to wreck on that red up top. Oh, going to tap in. Okay. So at the moment on our featured sheet, Mecha Team Long is sitting 2.
Mindy. Looks like there's shot.
Well, it looks like they're going to try to put another rock. Well. Yeah, they're going to try to put another rock, maybe frozen to that last yellow stone.
I mean,
I like it a lot.
yeah. I like just the guard myself. I don't think it's worth trying to risk tapping and half rolling and setting yourself up for a double. I like a guard here, which I often call as the skip's favorite shot.
Oh, I hate throwing guards unless I'm the skip.
Right.
On sheet
Then it's my favorite.
on sheet B, red looks like they're doing draw weight.
They were aiming for a guard, but I think this is going to over curl on them.
It does look like it.
But maybe they can tick off of another guard and come wide.
Oh,
There you go. That's one way to cover it.
Exactly where they wanted it.
Oh, look at that. Oh,
That's
what a shot.
a beautiful result right there.
That's a great result, yes.
Looks
So-
like on sheet D, Conor is just trying to do a takeout. And Tanya's throwing.
It looks like a draw path to me over there, actually. It looks like they might be bumping up one of their guards, doing a little promote.
Again, that's sheet D that they're
Over on sheet
discussing.
D.
On our featured sheet, Jamie's talking about doing a double tap on the two yellows. Tap, tap to try to pop themselves into the center. Mecha Team Long has had a brilliant end here and has really caused some challenges here for Buns of Gojira, who are about to throw the hammer. And Jamie's trying for a double angle tap to try to wrest a point back. At the moment, Mecha Team Long is sitting 2.
Which is even more evidence that they are just not liking that other side.
I agree with that. We're going to have to ask later why. It's
Yes.
fascinating because I'm with you all day. I'd do just a down weight, back line kind of
Yeah.
tap.
Tap
Must,
it back
just
a
must
little.
not be moving there. Well, here comes your shot. And
And
it's
that's
beautiful.
really nice.
Oh, what a shot. Yes.
Right.
That was awesome. Jamie takes a well-deserved flourish bow on his way back.
On sheet C, red is trying to draw to the button. They did a good job of it.
I like the time differential. So sheet B, we just finished off an end, and they're going to start getting some setup going. Meanwhile, on sheet C, we're just about to finish seconds rocks, so we're really getting into the meat of the end over here.
This is nice. We can flip back and
Exactly.
forth at the moment until
Not that lead
Guard
rocks are not
Destroyer
important.
and-
They are, in fact, possibly the most important.
they are. I agree with that.
One of the, I'll give you all my curling advice. Best way to be a good skip is you got yourself a good lead.
Yeah, I agree with that.
I think red might steal some points here. Looks like either 2 or 3.
Over on sheet D, also known as Sam's dad's team. They have hammer, and they are currently sitting 2. So it looks like Tanya's going to draw for a third.
If they're successful, they're good, I guess.
Yes.
Sheet A, once again, has a ton of rocks in play. They're actually having some very exciting ends that we are not featuring solely because our featured sheet tends to have a lot of people standing between me and that house, and I'm just not noticing it until late in the end. I apologize to sheet A for my lack of coverage because you guys are putting up some exciting ends here.
On sheet D, Tanya is throwing. I can't tell. A takeout weight looks like from weight.
I think she's drawing.
Yeah, drawing.
I think she has to basically has to draw to the 4 foot for a 3 here in this end.
And that rock is in motion now. The sweepers have been sweeping a fair bit of the way. They're trying to massage this in place. It looks pretty good. It's gotten through the port, and now it's just going to come in and settle for her 3rd.
Very
What a
nice
beautiful
rock
shot.
for
That's
Tanya.
3
I thought-
for
wait.
Sam's dad's team.
Back on sheet C, we have a very interesting house here.
Oh, my.
So yellow, guard destroyer, is sitting 2, but everything is very close together. We kind of have a cluster in the back and a cluster in the front.
I believe they were calling for a draw, but I think this feels a little wide. It's hard to tell from this angle, of course. They are sweeping hard to, oh, it's coming in nice, actually. I lied. Tried to come down to that pile,
That
freeze on it.
looks
Oh,
really
what
good.
a great shot.
How come they didn't? Wait.
So on sheet C, Strickland Propane's team just threw an amazing rock to get behind cover and corner frozen.
Is this the 5th,
At the
6th
tee.
end?
This is the 6th end. Yes. All right, so Galad is looking at perhaps well, he was looking at something with that guard, but it looks like he's changed his mind. Oh, okay.
So he's throwing.
He
he's called
is
for a
calling the run back.
Control
on-
late hit.
Yep. I believe he's looking at sending that guard back into the pile.
Or at the very least opening things
Yes.
up, depending on how this shakes out. So
I think,
Maybe
I
he's
know this is
just clearing
impossible,
it.
but I think red could get 1 point because they can like surround, and then yellow might need a hit, like, because there's so much surrounding it, they might have to just hit 1 or a couple.
Right,
the
a
run
lot
back
of
was successful. It ran
rocks
back and shook things up a little.
There's definitely now space to draw
And
onto
also that lead guard is yellow and not red. So that's
And
gives-
shot rock is a little bit less frozen onto other things, which gives you a few more options too.
it does. This is a very exciting end on sheet C.
Sheet B, we're still throwing some guards, getting things set up. Looks like we're attempting, Mega Team Long is attempting to draw in behind some of these guards.
He keeps moving the ice, or maybe he's indicating where he released at. I couldn't tell. Trying to draw past the center line guard through the port and give them something on the side. Looks a little fast. Again, I feel like that's gliding on this path. We've seen rocks glide down that path
we
before.
have.
They don't seem to have a whole lot of
Wow.
breaks.
Yellow
This
missed.
one is going to stop
On sheet
in the
D.
back of the house. So
It
we
is.
have
It
a
does settle. Okay.
back 12 rock.
Viable option. Gives him something to work with. And Jamie's going to ignore that and call for the draw to the top 4. Behind the yellow center line guard. Use their own guard as nature intended. Sheet C continues to be a very busy house. Things have been shaken a bit, but still remain with Team Strickland Propane, who has hammer, sitting 1.
Strickland
back
Propane does not have
Oh,
hammer.
they do not. I'm so sorry.
Yes,
You're right.
they do not have hammer.
You're
so
right. Thank you.
This is Gilad's first stone, and I believe he also has hammer.
I
So,
believe you're
yes,
right.
3 rocks left. But Strickland Propane did add another guard to the mess which takes away the shot that Gilad had called in for the prior shot. And he's looking at a very, very long double.
So
And, if anyone can make it, I bet he can do it.
is Jamie's team winning?
Are you talking on our featured sheet at the moment?
Yes.
Buns of Gojira, which is Jamie's team, is up by 1 point. It's very exciting. It is currently 5-4 in the 6th end. Jamie taking a look to see if that top red rock that is closest to the house is indeed a biter or not a biter. We can't tell. He looked at it and ignored it, so I suspect it's not biting. And he's calling for a straight draw.
On sheet D, wait.
Oh, nice shot. Okay. On sheet C, Gilad's shot was moved some stuff around, opened things up. However, Team Strickland Propane is still sitting 1. And they're about to throw their last rock because indeed they do not have hammer. They're currently sitting 1. They're going to try to protect that and try to set themselves up for a steal. Ian's attempt at a draw was a little bit heavy on our featured sheet. It went a bit deep. And on sheet D, there's some up weight, hit weight coming down to move some red. And they did a lovely run back,
nice
double
double.
takeout.
Good shot on sheet D.
It was a very clean double over there.
Very clean and kind of smooth.
It was a good shot. I agree.
Nice draw here on sheet C.
On sheet,
Do you think that opened up some options for Gilad?
I do.
think it
I think it came a little deeper than I would have wanted to put it. I think there would have preferred not to be sitting 2 right here, but rather to have left that rock a little bit less deep. Now I think you may have set yourself up for the possibility of a double.
I think so.
And if you play this right, you can even get a triple out
Triple?
of that.
Yeah.
Yep. And that would give up a whole lot of rocks to Team Guard Destroyer.
If we
It's a tough
had
shot.
the little pen situation, we would be drawing lines all over the
Absolutely.
sheet, I promise.
We're focused on sheet C right now, although sheet B, our featured sheet, is deep into Vice Rocks. And in fact, that rock is in motion. They're sweeping hard to try to hold this out. I feel like they're going to wind up doing a promote on that red rock. The question is, where does it wind up? It winds up in the house behind cover. Not the result they were looking for. All right, we are going to focus on sheet C for just a moment. Gilad is going back with his last rock of this end, the hammer. Team Strickland Propane is currently sitting 2. And Gilad is trying to make a move and change that. Rock is being managed by the sweepers and the line call, and what a great try.
Great. Cut them down to 1, so that's going to be 1 for Strickland
Absolutely.
Propane. It's a steal.
Steal of 1 for Strickland Propane. That was a very rock in the house heavy game, or end.
Yes.
Very exciting. We are now into skip stones on our featured sheet B. Buns of Gojira are working without the advantage of hammer.
Food update.
Sam is going to take a look at the kitchen and give us the food update. It's good. I'm getting hungry. Jamie's first skip stone is away. They've called Jackie Temple on to try to hold this rock straight. She's sweeping solo, trying to keep that rock from over curling. It's going to wreck on the guard.
Okay.
And do a tap in for third shot. Mecha Team Long is sitting 2 and do have hammer. And they're trying to strategize how to maximize that advantage. Here is our food update. Go ahead, Sam.
There's vegetables with pasta, looks like. And looks like there's potatoes so far. So, yeah.
It's starting to come together. It's starting to smell good, too.
It's almost lunch.
So how many minutes until the game ends?
Well, I can't tell you exactly how many minutes. I didn't see the clock. But we're moving right along.
Official clock says in 19 and a half minutes, teams will need to finish the end that they are currently on, and that is their last end.
Thank you.
Sheet D, red team deciding what to do.
On our featured sheet, this is the first skip stone for Mecha Team Long. They do have the hammer, and they are currently sitting 2. Let's see what they're doing with their rock. The sweepers were on this almost immediately, and I think it might have been for weight. And now they're also calling on for line. They're trying to slip
Looks
the
like
rock into place. Almost got through that port, but that's not a bad result.
yellow on
Ended up with some extra guards.
yellow on sheet C. Stacy just threw takeout weight. Now is tapping the red. Good shot by Stacy.
Absolutely, and the shot rock just hangs around as a biter as well. Good result for Stacy on sheet C. Gilad raises his hand in appreciation of her prowess. Jamie has his final rock of the 6th end on our featured sheet. He is in the pack and facing the unenviable position of having the other team with hammers sitting 2 well behind cover. I suspect he's going to be either drawing or tapping his yellow. The rock is away. Sweepers are attentive and immediately called on to try to hold this rock straight. It is moving. They're sweeping hard to try to hold the rock and get enough weight for the tap. Jamie is going to wind up with shot stone out of the second shot, but well behind cover.
It's a decent result.
Absolutely, I think that
Not a perfect result, but a decent result.
If it were me, I don't think I'd be trying to get 3 out of this. I think I'd just try to draw for a second point. How about you, Christine?
Yes, absolutely. This is a draw for your 2. Don't mess with anything that's already set up.
Agreed. And they've got a wide open port for this. They just have to find the weight. Just have to find the weight. That's always a challenge for me, at least. That's the call. Put it right here in the middle. Looks like they're having a bit of a discussion down there. Not quite sure what their what other options they see. They're discussing the line. Is it still hanging? Was the question. Do we think it's going to hang? They need.
On sheet C, looks like red's doing a takeout weight.
And they're sweeping to hold that straight on sheet C. Here comes the hammer on our featured sheet B. They're sweeping, not sweeping. Very exciting. Cleaning, not cleaning.
That's how you know it's
Sweeping.
close.
Yes, that's very exciting. Looks maybe like it's gliding, but
It's
going to split,
moving
I
in.
think.
Oh, that was a very nice draw.
That was a really nice call for the line to utilize the rock already in the house to kill with a little bit of speed, make sure they didn't slide too deep to take their 2.
So 2 points for Magnet Team Long. They are now up 6-5.
That's an exciting game we got here.
On sheet C, Craig just threw takeout weight on sheet C.
And Carin is trying to get it to curl, but it is being obnoxiously holding straight and will not, in fact, contact anything on sheet C. That's
Annoying.
curling.
That's curling for you.
That's right. On sheet A, I don't want to disregard sheet A anymore because they're playing towards me. I can actually see the house better. And once again, they've got a monster number of rocks in play. Maybe not as many, but still a lot. So exciting. At the moment, red is sitting 1 at the top of the 4-foot behind cover. And Team Boopzilla is trying to figure out how to get in there. They're going to draw, it looks like. Or tap. I can't tell from this ice if they're drawing or tapping. On sheet A.
And for the record, Sheet A has been playing a 1-point game. Every end, the team with hammer is getting 1 point. So someone has to break out of this to win this one.
And so far on sheet A, red is sitting 1, possibly 2.
They're sitting 1 on the top of the 4-foot.
Yeah, sitting 1.
Top of the button, really.
On sheet C, yellow is doing takeout. Craig is sweeping as hard as he can, as usual. And finally, yes.
Successful
They
hit.
moved
On
the
sheet
1.
A, that draw is coming in nicely. What a great shot. I don't think that. So red is still shot, but that was a beautiful draw.
On sheet C, red is doing takeout weight.
Up weight. But a little wide.
Can't tell who has hammer.
On sheet C, yellow has hammer.
So what end is this for sheet D?
On sheet D,
This is like
this
6?
is the 6th. It's the end of the 6th end. And the applause that you may have heard in the background is because lunch is served.
yay! And Jennifer Martinelli is doing her usual amazing job keeping us fed and not just fed but nourished.
Yes.
She's amazing.
Nice shot by, I believe that was Carin, that was the 3rd on this team. So yellow is now sitting 3.
On sheet A, red takes 1, continuing their trend
On
of 1 point per hammer team.
on sheet
On sheet D, that looks like there was a big one.
Was it
there. I believe it was 4, but I'm going to wait and
It was either 3 or 4
confirm.
yellow. I didn't quite see.
So bad news for Sam's dad.
Well,
but
we could probably beat them if
yellow
we
has
tried.
just pulled off what I believe is a 4.
It was a big N for sure. I love Christy's hat, by the way. Speaking of garments, she's got like the monster thing going on. Very cute.
Technically, we can still technically get point because you need 5 plus 2 equals 7, so that means we'll be tied. And then
And they still have 2 ends left, so
If they have time.
if they have time.
Time is going to be an issue.
Time might be an issue, but they,
I think they're just probably
in the
gonna
previous
get
end, they scored 3, so it's definitely possible.
Absolutely.
2 points is not too bad of a lead in curling.
or 3. Let's see.
Christie's rock is being swept almost end to end, and then they stopped at the hog line. Looking like a nice shot. It's going to settle, I think, in the back of the house. Oh, no, it's going to slide through. I think they might have been trying to keep it straight to come down to the back red, but it overcurled and overslid and didn't wind up being ideal. Mecha Team Long is trying to protect their lead.
What?
And they're
What's
going
wrong
to
with that?
put a rock in the top 4.
What was wrong with sheet D?
I didn't see what happened on sheet D. They seem to be sweeping frantically. Maybe something scraped in a delivery.
Yeah, maybe there was a burn or maybe it was just short and it hogged. I was not watching, but the rock was pushed over the hog line, so.
I don't know that song.
We just got a note from the Sam's dad himself that says, we picked the wrong time to give up a 4 to the tune of Lucille, but none of us here in the booth are familiar with the song Lucille, so if anyone out there knows
Probably
it.
I am, but I just don't know it.
Really nice draw. They might have wanted another foot on that draw on sheet B, but gets in there and is clinging to the rock that is on the tee line. Corner frozen to it. Mecha Team Long doesn't mind only taking 1 here if they can do that. They're trying to guard that hole, but there was a little bit of a exciting delivery, and that rock may not do exactly what they had originally intended. It's going to chip a guard.
So not as protected as they had hoped, which opens up an opportunity here for Bunts of Gojira.
We are into Vice Rocks here on our featured sheet B.
And on sheet C, we, I believe, are on Hammer. Just checking, yes. So we are also on Hammer here on sheet C.
Trying to
Well,
draw for
Gilad
3.
is drawing for 3. So that's
My dad
less exciting than it has been, but a 3, always exciting.
on sheet D, my dad's planning to do a takeout.
Action on all the sheets.
Ooh. Some aggressive sweeping here on our feature sheet. Sheet C, we have a score of a 3 for Guard Destroyer. Destroya. It's hard to say.
It is, but it's great.
So
think
they
you have
are
to put
up
the-
5-7.
I think you have to put the emphasis on the ya.
Ya.
Destroy ya.
And they are playing their 8th end.
Mecha Team Long is throwing a hit on the open top 4 yellow. Successful, and they are rolling behind cover just in the 8-foot right at the tee line. That's a lovely
Really
shot.
nice result for them.
Yeah, good shot. Jamie's suggesting he'd prefer to open things up, but asking his vice, Ian, if he prefers the draw. They've decided to try to open things up. They're going to attempt to remove one of the guards, that yellow guard, to clear the path. To try to get to that shot rock. Their own rock in the house is second shot at the moment and open on the outside.
On sheet B, yellow's doing a takeout.
They indeed opened up the path to that red stone that is currently shot.
On sheet D, my dad's throwing.
He has some work to do, it looks like.
How?
There are 4 yellow rocks in the house.
Well, you can't doubt that.
The sweepers on sheet D are walking with the rock but not touching it. Which is usually my indication it's just a bit heavier than they intended.
Oh,
yeah.
it goes right through. That was backline weight.
Yeah. On our feature sheet, we are up to Skip's stones here in the 7th end. Will sliding out, trying to get behind cover in the sit 2, I believe was the call, to try to draw in behind cover. I like that call. Now that their current shot rock is open, I love the idea of getting another one in behind cover, but this one's a little bit heavy. And Jamie's going to sweep it as far as he can. I think it's still going to be second shot, though.
It is second
And it's
shot.
behind cover, so that was a good result. Just about 6 feet deeper than they really wanted, but that still works out. Jamie's abandoned the now opened up shot rock and is instead going to try to do the same draw he just saw, but better.
What that last shot really did was it made it a whole lot harder for Jamie to pull off 2 points here.
Absolutely. But first things first, put a rock in, get shot behind cover, and then see where you stand. On sheet D, Sam's dad's teams skip Conor, or Vice, I'm sorry, Vice Conor, of course Tanya's being the skip, is throwing his first stone to see if they can bring this end back under control. Because at the moment, the Ferda girls are dominating this end, and they're going to need to do a little work over there on D.
Look, it's not as heavy as it was.
That is true. It is not overthrown.
Looks like Will Long of Mega Team Long is looking for a kind of top 8-foot center.
Guard shot, shot
Yes,
guard.
shot guard situation.
And now, how
Okay.
do you feel about putting a rock that deep in the house at this point? Would you put the rock in, or would you do a tight guard here?
Ideally, I would want it to just outcount that yellow to be sitting third shot, but
the plan
erring
B
on
is the lighter. Yes.
erring on the light side.
I agree. You don't want to put this so deep that it's an easy hit for one. You want to maximize your
Because the guard
position.
is still a very good
On
result.
sheet D, red has a chance to get in on sheet D.
Doggies, what a great shot.
That
That's
was
exactly what they wanted to do.
perfect.
Sheet D, on sheet D, red has an opening.
They do indeed. Are they going to hit and flop behind cover, or hit and...
Looks like room between each, or trying to.
I think they're over on sheet D that they're trying for a hit and roll behind cover.
All right, a timing update. Our timer just hit 0, so everyone is in the last end.
There will be no more ends after this.
So that's going to add a little pressure here to Jamie's last shot, because this has become the last shot of the game.
Now that path to shot rock is open. It's not precisely easy, but if he can do a hit and stick, or a hit and flop to the inside on that red rock nearest the broom, that would tie the game up.
I'm not sure what the tiebreaker rules are here.
Me either.
I would guess some sort of skips rock, draw to the button situation.
Oh, well, maybe we'll find out.
I look forward to it. On sheet C, where we are playing the 8th end, we are...
Ooh, just,
we ticked a
ouch.
guard.
And also
And the guard appears to have also ticked the sweeper's foot, so they're going to just move it over to the side. Or just
I
get
saw
rid of it.
that.
Okay.
the offended team has the option of where they'd like to place it, and they said, I was going out. Let's get out of here. I think that's very legit. That looked like it was going out anyway.
There was a lot of speed behind that.
Yeah.
Let's see what you know who's gonna do on sheet D.
All right. We indeed have a tie game after 7 and the end of regulation because of time here on sheet B. Nice shot by Jamie to force the tie break, whatever it is. I'm looking forward to seeing. We don't know if it's a full extra end or if it's skip stones, but I see Jamie coming all the way to the far end and a rock in the house, so in the hack, so I guess it's a full extra
Do you think
end.
they're playing the end? Do you think they...
Well, that's one way to get our 8th end in.
Unless the rule was finish your end and play one more, which
It was not.
I don't believe it was.
So I'm guessing that the tiebreak rule is a full extra end based on what
Okay,
they're doing.
yes, and Jamie's heading back
Oh.
down. He's left Ian down here holding the broom.
Oh, okay,
yes,
so it is
they
skip
are
stones.
throwing skip stones.
Okay, that makes
All right, skip stones.
now it's become clear. Perhaps it was clear to everybody else sooner. All right, so because Jamie just scored, he will shoot his rock first. They are allowing offensive sweeping, but not defensive sweeping. And Mindy, one of the coordinators, is ready with the laser measure so
For
that
what?
she can measure the result of this draw to the buttoned tie break. So this is a pressure draw for both teams. It does not have to be the skip that throws this, I don't believe. It could be any member of the team.
Look at sheet C.
And
But
on
both skips just threw some draws, so I think they're prepared.
I agree with that. And the sweepers are
On sheet D.
just starting to work that rock. We've left it to them to decide on how much sweeping to do. Looks like maybe it's gonna
this
glide
is
just a
looking
little. Such a good draw. Look
really
at that, right
nice.
to the
That
right to
is
the.
side button. So well done, Jamie.
That was a nice throw.
On sheet
Setting the standard.
on sheet D. Tanya throwing. I can't tell actually. I think it
she's
might
throwing a hit.
a takeout.
Yes. .95 was the measure.
All right.
I can't believe I heard that, but I did.
I don't know who's closer.
Based on my mental math, that's going to be about 10 inches from the center. So Jamie did not leave a lot of room.
Agreed. This looks like it's going to over curl for the shot called. I feel like they didn't take enough ice here on the skip stone. Am I wrong? I think this is over curling, regardless of how deep they get it. I don't think it's going to do the job.
Oh.
So
Who
Buns
wins?
of Gojira wins in a very exciting skips stones shot challenge.
Jamie Belafonte wins.
That is
His team
correct.
wins?
Correct. So
What a
Buns of
game on our
Gojira
feature
pulls
sheet.
it off with a tiebreaker shot. I will put that in the 8th end to differentiate, and that is our final score.
Meanwhile, on sheet D, yellow just through.
Yes, they're throwing a hit on that red stone at the top of the house, I think. Yep, lovely hit there.
We can beat them.
And that is a mathematical elimination on sheet D.
Yes.
Team Ferda girls would collect 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 rocks.
And they did not throw the last rock, so I believe this is our final score. And it looks like on sheet A, red pulled off a steal of 1 for the win.
The only time they've had a team without the hammer score on sheet A,
Yes.
with which was exciting all day.
So
All
that
day.
is Team Oblander, Team Ferda Girls, and Team Buns of Gojira just got their first wins in this spiel. And back here on sheet C, we are
we on
Skips
end
Rocks of the 8th end.
So, red has hammer.
Red has hammer.
Okay.
And they need 2 to tie.
2 to tie, 3 to win.
I'm guessing they could possibly make it. I'm not saying they will. I'm just saying they might.
They do have enough rocks left. It is mathematically possible.
How can we keep saying mathematically and like all that stuff?
Well, because math is the most important thing of all time.
It is.
Yes.
Oh, I thought English language arts was.
No, definitely math. Says the quantitative analyst.
I'm going to stay out of this discussion and enjoy the show here on sheet C, the last sheet still playing.
I have a question.
Okay.
If they get a tie, what will they play again?
They're going to do skip stones if they get a tie, just like
They're
we
gonna
just saw
see-
on sheet
They're
D.
gonna see who's gonna throw the closest. What skip throws the closest?
Yes.
And when we say skip stones, again, it doesn't have to be the skip that throws, but most skips would throw. Not always. All right, let's see what
Does
we got
sweeping
here.
count? Can you sweep, or do you have to just let it?
You can sweep for your team, but you cannot sweep against the other team. When if the rock crosses the tee line, you could not sweep it in that case. Normally, of course, in our normal play, you can.
That draw was a little heavier than
Just a
they
little heavier than they intended.
wanted. What do you
And-
think? Do you just tuck a rock in there and essentially neutralize those 2 stones?
I think I would go for the double here. I
For
think
the-
that double
the
is an
double
option.
absolutely there
And
as well.
removing that many rocks and leaving that many yellow make it highly unlikely that they're going
Yes.
to give up your 2. So for me, I think I would throw the double instead of try the finesse
True.
freeze. Especially
And there's
given
no
how they're-
problem with losing a yellow or 2. in
Exactly.
this
You've got
case
lots
either.
in this case. So for me, I would throw what I feel is the easier shot, which is
Yes.
at least a single hit, preferably 2.
Absolutely.
So a double.
Not everyone would agree with me, but a nice, like, normal weight takeout is always easier than a draw.
Well, certainly easier than a freeze, which is what you would need to do here to protect yourself from their final stone. So Gilad is getting himself mentally prepared to throw this hit. The ice is nice and tight because he's not going to throw anything light. He's going to throw a nice normal weight hit here. They're sweeping hard to hold this line. Rock coming in.
And he's got one.
He got one. And at the moment, yellow is second shot.
Oh, I thought they'd play again.
So they could either, Strickland Propane can choose to either draw for 2 or hit for 2. But I don't believe there's any way they could take the win here. They can't get 3, I don't think.
Yeah,
Not
hit.
reasonably.
I have a question.
Yes, Sam.
I thought they would play again.
What do you mean again?
Sheet D.
They were out of time. So although they didn't get 8 ends in, that's because of time. All right, hammer is away on sheet C, the last game in progress here on our last of the first round games at the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. Our winners will remain in the A bracket, and the teams that have not fared so well will drop to the B and continue to diversify
All right.
from there. So this rock
that
is unfortunately
Rock
a little
was
bit
a
heavy.
little heavy, so they had a lot of space, but
Who wins?
there we go.
So
There
Strickland
was a
Propane took 1.
win for Guard Destroyer.
So win. So
final
Stacy's
score
team won.
7
That's
to
correct.
6. Guard Destroyer.
And that concludes the draw action here at the Cherry Blossom Bonspiel. There will be more draws all day, so please tune back in and join us for the rest of the weekend. We hope you're enjoying the coverage here from the Potomac Curling Club. On behalf of Christine and Sam and myself, FL, thank you so much for tuning in, and enjoy the rest of your day.
Thank
Good
you all for
curling
coming.
to all the
Bye.
competitors.
The next game is at 1:30.
Okay, bye.